We also don't have any way of measuring what the changes are at Wallingford Presbyterian Church since the survey was taken. And we don't know what changes have gone on at all the other congregations, Presbyterian or other denominations, since the survey results from 2001 that are in our comparisons. So there are some limitations. And for those of you who do grapple with data professionally, you're probably asking a lot of the so-called questions like, you know, do we even care about the results? Are the results believable? Do the results really point to some need for change? Is there really a compelling reason for change, or is it just interesting results that you know, was scored in October '08, but we could just file away with other historical data? What are the strengths and the weaknesses and the opportunities and threats based on the survey results? And what are the planning implications for the results? So the results had information on 10 strengths and 4 different categories of connections. The connections are about building spiritual connections for our congregation, inside connections, meaning among congregation members or visitors, building outside connections, that is, going outside into our larger geographic community, and building an identity for our church. These are the different dimensions that were measured, and we have some results on. So for the spiritual connections, and this is where the complexity of our strengths needs to kind of be understood. So the dimensions under spiritual connections are listed there. It's what do people do for private devotions? How much time do they devote to private devotions? Are people growing in their faith, etc.? You can see that. Then the things that were measured that led to conclusions regarding inside connections are about, are congregation members involved in worship? Are they involved in leadership in the congregation? Do they have a sense of belonging? Are they making friends? Are they giving? And to what degree? And do they feel part of being a team? All of the mentions, all of the measures in those different categories add up to either we have an inside connection or we don't have an inside connection. The things that were measured for outside connection relate to, are we inviting other people in to share what's going on here in the church? Are we reaching out to our external community? How do we do that? Are we inviting people in for activities? Are we serving our community? Are we welcoming new people? Do we really get to know new people? And from what distance do we come in order to participate in our services and programs here? In terms of building identity, it relates to size, gender profile, and the rest of these things, and I can go over some of the results of that with you. So the 10 strengths that were measured are listed here, 1 to 10, and you can see how they're related to the different connections. Growing spiritually meaningful worship relate to spiritual connections, and so on. Any questions about that so far? It was, why I didn't read it the first time around is I couldn't get the topology of it all. I couldn't get how it all connected. Okay, so here's the results. These are the 10 strengths in the survey in the numbered order that was presented in the report. The blue column shows our percent, and the This column shows the average for all congregations that are similar size to us. So it's growing spirituality,